total sunshine of life. I've seen my grandmother smile once again. Patience in time gathering between her wrinkled arms and face, discussing ancient civilization, uncovering smells from the cooking pot, giving thanks and praise for a new day. For blessings come from above to harness the gift with songs. For coincidence, make sense at times when we try to confirm ourselves with good morning. Above all solutions, journey like the seasons. Your time will come without reason or without promise. If you dare to stand up for change, a new set of values brought to the table, showing our frustration never ends. Sometimes near morning, when we've missed our chance, that's where we see the great opportunity. Same occasion rests on what we believe to be untrue. Have I seen a promise, as all eyes are staged, bringing memories of unwelcome signs? As midnight waves, a new self begins with another set of struggles. History began somewhere past the hour when we saw our firstborn and named him together. All I've seen unanswered as best I can. There's still time to pick up the wounded, waking them up. If they fall asleep, there's nothing that separates peace without wisdom. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. In every note improvised, sooner or later the harvest forms a shelter. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. In every note improvised, sooner or later the harvest forms a shelter. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. I accommodate polite thought as every hand provokes, raised by 1,000 wishes, placed in the star to Jupiter. With each resemblance quoting each perception, encouraged by the movement. Memories are bought as the right course to live never appeals. The hopeful remain sheltered and find the worth before the shells depart. Most of the time it's redirected as good and evil, as a thought to exaggerate bravery with honest cause. A candle wipes every dark corner with light. A voice in modern form interrupts a couple with advice. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. In every note improvised, sooner or later the harvest forms a shelter. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. With no more animated choice by accident, I step over my former comrade as he remains virtually idle. Born under a bad sign, offered only the same results. Stimulation, I suppose. I heard it the best way from a Rakim, Big Daddy Kane source of mind. Not your average new popular artist. The beats seem to invite in. I wear the wristband with a strange sense of bliss. A moment's time, I'm held before the experience rates my continuum. Do the foolish walk this way with gods on their shoulders, while none shall pass before this giant seated patiently. The house commences, stoning the first victim, greeted with a sound of giggling, while government shakes my vision from 360. Believe in everything I read. It makes sense to bury your head once information comes out without ignorant. Drawn to no emotion, still healing from the last time they treated us like consumers. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. In every note improvised, sooner or later the harvest forms a shelter. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere. In every note improvised, sooner or later the harvest forms a shelter. Counting on each moment, waiting for a silent breeze to provide the atmosphere.